Rachael Ray Double R doing some double M's. Woo! Food that you can make so quick it will free you up for more free time in your life. Look at that crispy skin. Delish. Ooh, that smells amazing. Boom! Nailed it! Hey guys, we are asking you to chill out with 2 different recipes that you can split up or serve on the same day as brunch, lunch, or dinner. Okay, we're gonna bust out with a charred scallion pesto. Here's 2 bunches of scallions. Guess what? I also have some leftover scallions from the other day because tip number 1 about pesto, it freezes well. Every time you make it with anything, make double. But we're working on a charred scallion pesto that you can serve room temperature or chilled. So I'm gonna spray the pan. This is a grill pan, obviously. Got it nice and hot. Spray it on the other side. Clean scallions. Every time we bring home produce from the grocery store, what do? We put it away clean. So we've got those guys charring up. A little salt and pepper. And every little bit for a couple of minutes, you just give them a little twist, okay? That's all. Not a big deal. We have water coming up to a boil. What does that mean? Hello, add pasta. I pulled the pasta, where'd I put it? Here we go. Any shortcut pasta. This is called chili. It means lily. I wonder why. Because the pasta looks like a lily. But any shortcut pasta will work here. Totally fine. Into the water it goes. And what do we do every time we cook dried pasta? Salt the water. Boom. Copious amounts of salt because that's the only chance we get to flavor the pasta itself. Give that a stir. The second most important thing to remember whenever we cook with dried pasta is to reserve some of the starchy cooking water right before you drain it. It is intensely important that you remember that when you're making pesto. That is what marries the pesto literally to the pasta. Boop, into the hot tub. Now, as I said, what's great about this is that any pesto you make is just a method, right? So we use the same method over and over again and you can change the ingredients. Traditionally, Italians will tell you, pesto is one thing. It is basil, pine nuts, cheese, mortar, pestle. There's all these different steps and rules to it. And it's a slow, arduous process to make it properly if you are from Liguria or you're Genovese, okay? For the rest of the world, pesto has become this wide variety of any really thick, coarse ground sauce that you can make literally out of any combination of herbs or savory ingredients that you like. I'm sure there are sweet pestos too. I don't make them, so I can't legitimately say that, but I'm sure there are. In this case, we're using the charred onions as a base. So we get a lot of sweet and a little bit of smoky at the same time. Terrific. I've put a little base layer into the food processor. Now I'm making double, okay? You're going to use 1/3 to 1/2 cup of good EVOO, like the fruity green stuff that comes in the dark bottles, okay, that you keep cool. Yeah, okay, I should never have it that close to the stove. It's just here for the purposes of filming with you guys. You put a little bit of juice in the bottom first, okay? And then we're going to add the zest and juice of a lemon. Now, I would only use like a teaspoon or 2 if I was making a half a batch. I'm gonna zest the whole lemon because I'm making a double batch, and that's a great tip. Anytime you make a thick sauce like this, it freezes beautifully, it defrosts quickly, and you have instant dinner. Add a salad and you're D-O-N-E. Anytime I spell out loud, I revert to childhood, and I literally think to myself, did I spell that correctly? Because for so long, as those of you that are of my age group might know. Things have been done by computers and iPhones for so long now, and they self-correct and sometimes miscorrect what you're trying to say or how to spell it, that you start to second guess yourself. Can I spell dog, cat, fox, done? Maybe that's just me. So zest and juice of a lemon. Always squeeze the lemon as I just did, cut side up so that the pits don't fall into your recipe. I cheated on this meal, and I'm going to admit how. I am infamous for burning two things: nuts, these kind, and bread. I am not allowed to toast bread on any show I've ever worked on because I've set so much of it on fire. And my husband pre-toasted the nuts. So you're going to toast, for each batch of pesto, about a quarter cup or a generous handful of pistachios. These are Sicilian pistachios, that's their beautiful bright green color, and pignole. I have double that because I'm making a double batch of pesto. Boop, in it goes. I know it's a cheat, but it takes like 2 minutes, and you'll be better at it than me. By the way, the other day, John burned the nuts. But I couldn't complain because that would have been me anyway, so. And they were just a little bit burnt. We used them anyway. We're like, it's fine. They taste good. So when we get the scallions done, they look like this. Like I said, 2-3 minutes, whether you use a pan or an outdoor grill. So now we have more than enough onion to do this, but we want those to cool a little bit so we can touch them, because, you know, it's pretty painful right this second. Give the gilly a little zhuzh. Now, when it comes to making pesto type sauces, I put in a little bit of liquid first. So here we have half of our olive oil, and we have the zest and the juice of the lemon. I doubled this. You're gonna need a half a cup loosely packed of mint, 1 cup of parsley, and 1 cup of basil. So 1, 1 and a half. I doubled all that because I'm making twice the amount. So next, for each batch, I used 1 large clove of garlic. So in this case, I got medium. So what am I gonna do? I'm making a double batch. I'm gonna throw in 3. I'm a contrarian. So now we need the onions in there. Let's see if we can negotiate these. I can't even feel my fingers after all these years in the kitchen, so I can probably get through this pretty quickly here. We'll come back in a couple.
Okay, Rachel, we're back in.
Okay, so now we need the onions in there. Let's see if we can negotiate these. I can't even feel my fingers after all these years in the kitchen, so I can probably get through this pretty quickly here. We charred 2 bunches per batch of pesto. So this is 4 bunches of scallions. We're putting half of that in here, just coarse chopped. These pretty bulbs of the red scallions, I'm gonna try and save because they look so pretty. The rest of these I coarse chop and actually mix into the pasta dish. So I wanna save the really pretty, oh, you're gonna look so great chopped up when people can see a little bit of char or a little bit of color. I'm gonna keep the better looking, fuller bulbs of those young onions together. And I'm gonna grind up the tougher greens and the really skinny or kind of not so great looking, but delicious pieces of onion and throw those into the mix. Why did I not put in the cheese? Because once you put the cheese into this mixture, it tends to make it white and cloudy and hard to navigate. You know what else is hard to navigate? Turning on a new food processor. Honey?
Yeah?
John flying in From the director's chair.
My mic fell off my bosom.
Okay, well, mic'd or not, can you just fix the food processor, please? Make it go.
Yes.
Make it go. That's my broken English way of saying, please make it work. Let's see how long it takes John to figure it out.
Feeder end towards the back.
On the other one, the feeder went in the front. And they said it was the same.
It's not gonna work.
That ain't gonna work. Well, I think that the base is then screwed up. This is turning into a party joke. How many people does it take to make the Cuisinart work?
Oh, wait. Turn. Maybe.
Did we even check that it was plugged in?
It's plugged in.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Is it plugged in on that? No reason for that not to be working. Can you believe I have a cooking show? Okay.
Yay!
No, pulse.
Pulse.
So guys, the pasta's done. 1 minute shy of where I'd want it. Very important. 1 minute shy of where you want it. Now, John, take the lid off and add a cup of this, about a cup of the Pecorino Romano
Take the lid off? It took me all episode to get the lid on.
Oh my God, take the lid off, please.
Here we go. How much?
About a cup. And then just barely pulse it in. Okay, here's how we go. Immediately, we marry the pasta to the sauce. How do we do that? Pasta comes out 1 minute shy of perfection. We add about 1 cup of starchy cooking water. We bring it on down the line. We relieve John of his duties. Thank you, sweetheart. We add the rest of the olive oil. Remember, we only put half in here. It's as thick as, like, paste, literally. It's too thick. So we add the rest of the olive oil. In this case, I'm making a double batch, so I'm adding like another 1/3 to half a cup. We pulse that very quickly. Blade comes out. Pesto goes in. And that starchy water will marry everything. And then we're going to take half of the remaining green onion, right? And we're going to chop that. Excellent. Get this guy out of the way. And this is why we undercook the pasta, so you can marry it. So you can stir and stir and stir. Oh my God, that smells amazing. You smell the char. You smell all the nuts. Oh my God, and the lemon, the citrus, wow. Then we transfer and top with the reserved charred scallion. Dish number 1, done. Coming up next, rotisserie chicken. When you bring it home from the store, break it down. We'll make chicken salad right after this.
And go ahead, Rachel.
Okay, so we're ready with dish number 2. Rotisserie chicken salad, and it's simple. So you take any greens you like. I'm going to use spicy rucola in Italian, rocket lettuce, so very peppery. And I'm going to use any innocuous lettuce. This is leaf lettuce. They call this variety tropical or Tropicana, like the nightclub. It's just leaf lettuce, man. So pick a mild lettuce and a bitter lettuce and mix them together, okay? It's nothing. Then you're gonna take some citrus. So, in the regular grocery store, in the produce section, there are already sliced in a box sections of orange or orange and grapefruit combined. In jars, in the oldie-timey canned foods and fruits section, there's, guess what? Citrus in a jar. So you don't have to do this part. If you have the time and you have citrus in the fridge, we always have extra citrus in the fridge. I always overbuy it because I'm worried I don't have enough. You can just do that. Cut off the ends, stand it up, use a small paring knife or grapefruit knife or fruit knife, and literally just go around the citrus and take off the peel. And then you can supreme it. You can cut the little sections from between the membrane like this, okay? Boop, like that. Or you can, I think it's a lot easier, and why not? Or you can trim the whole thing, take off the pith and the skin, boop, okay? And simply slice it. In Sicily, where my mom is from, a very famous salad there is orange and oregano with green or red onion. So this is really common to us. Like this is our wheelhouse, this salad. So we take our citrus and we push that around the plate. Totally optional, but we love it in our family. A little sweet licoricey fennel, not much, like half a bulb. I just cut it away from the core, and I literally just thinly slice it on a bit of a bias. Again, you can mix and match whatever you like in the salad. I'm just showing you the way I make it for the airplane and for our family. Scatter that around. It's an arranged salad. This is not something you toss in a giant bowl with some complicated dressing. This is just throw it on a plate and top it with lemon juice and olive oil when you're ready to serve it. Then you have your choice of a sweet Vidalia or a red onion. I like the color of red onion in this, but I also love Vidalias. What the heck? I don't know what to do. Because I put away all of my onions peeled and ready to use, I can throw a bit of each back in the bag and just take a little nubber. Just take a little nubber of each. And take a quick break and we'll be right back.
All right, Rachael.
Because I put away all of my onions peeled and ready to use, I can throw a bit of each back in the bag and just take a little nubber. Just take a little nubber of each. I'm gonna do a little Vidalia and red onion. Look at me being a contrarian. Boop. Honey, are you ready for the cocktail? I know you wanted to do a cocktail for this meal.
Yeah, I just gotta ice it up.
Okay, so a tiny sprinkle of dry oregano or about a tablespoon of chopped oregano, and then slice up white and dark of your rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken, when you bring it home from the store, break it down to the carcass. Take off the breast meat, take off the thigh and leg meat, okay? That's what we did here. Don't throw this away. Please, take this with water and vegetables or fortify any chicken broth or stock. Throw it in a pot or in soup, okay? And use the flavor from the carcass. Then you can freeze it. You don't need to eat it that day, but this is valuable as much as this. Do something with this. Don't just chuck it. Here is our salad. Do not dress it until you're ready to serve it. I lost a fennel. Come back to the fold.
You don't hear that every day.
I know, right? So, squeezing our lemon, cut side up over everybody. Okay? Thank you, sweetheart.
Well,
Mwah. And our olive oil, good fruity green olive oil over everybody. And then it's optional, but if you like, and you wanna, honey, can you open that for me? Oh, I made it. I might have won. I won. I won the battle. I won the battle. Ah. If you want to gild the lily, you can do some shaved Parmigiano, okay? And then over that, you do the chicken. Honey, go push the pasta into the shot. Come on. So there's not one but two dinner choices and John's gorgeous cocktail. Enjoy and chill